Oh, you're so filthy, and I'm gorgeous.
We look at clothes for babies, toddlers, children, teenagers and adults, and how clothes and cultures differ between each.
We appear to be considerably richer than you.
Is that a fact?
Oh, yes. I mean, just look at our clothes. We wear Chanel, Pierre Cardin. Our friends here wear Next and C&A.
A sociology teacher tells us all about her sociological views.
There's no doubt at all that people will judge you on what you're wearing, and they will prejudge certain people in what they're wearing. And therefore, that's why some people manage their identity by avoiding wearing these kind of clothes. A good example, I think, would be hoodies. We even call them hoodies, and that's a negative label. So people who wear hoods are seen in a very negative light. I think from a sociological perspective as well, there are cultural differences that we associate with clothing. So for example, if you saw someone walking to you in a full burqa, you would react probably in a very different way to if somebody was walking towards you in a pair of jeans and a jacket. And that's what's interesting sociologically, that it depends on the person, the place and the time, as well as the actual clothing that you're talking about.
Clothes have always reflected different people in different ways, and clothing can say a lot about you as a person.
The reason I dress the way I do, I was born in Huddersfield, so from a very early age there was a big influence around, and I just sort of from about the age of 7 liked the alternative look and just preferred it to sort of more mainstream. So I suppose what sort of inspires it is partly I'm more into alternative culture. I mean, I'm a pagan, so obviously my religion plays a part in it. I don't actually feel particularly comfortable in more mainstream clothing, and I just think it looks better. And I've sort of, with being older, I've seen it evolve a lot from going from making my own to actually being able to buy what I want.
Choosing, buying and wearing clothes can be an important feature in life for some people, as it can affect the way they are perceived. However, for some people in their profession, they don't have a choice of what to wear.
The job I currently do at the moment is roads policing. So generally I'm stood at the side of the road in uniform with a laser speed gun in my hand. So people tend to slow down. The uniform in this country of a police officer says that that person is a police officer. The typical idea people in this country have of a police officer is the big hat. So that's it's known worldwide that's what British police officers wear. As you just say, there's certain people in this country, we call them criminals, who when you turn up to an incident that you've been deployed to, or when you happen across an incident where people are fighting, or where there's some sort of crime going on, if people don't like the police, if you turn up in uniform, all you can do is inflame the situation. And that's happened once or twice in 21 years.
Having a uniform can make you feel like a powerful person and that you're in charge. However, uniform can also have an effect on behaviour, such as in schools, as we hear from one headmaster.
I think behaviour is linked to all sorts of things. Uniform does affect behaviour. I think if uniform is poorly worn, if uniform rules are not adhered to, then it says a lot about the standards in a school. Well, in my opinion, if there was no uniform, there could be more bullying, because there would be an unofficial competition each morning about what you wear, and some students obviously have got more than others, and some students could be ridiculed for wearing the same thing each day, and some students could be distracted by the morning dressing exercise to show off what they've got. So I think, yes, there's a possibility of bullying being increased if there wasn't a uniform. Well, we try to allow sixth formers a little bit more freedom. Sixth formers are more mature, and we give them the opportunity to wear their uniform so that they can take that responsibility. We know that they won't wear inappropriate clothes, and sixth form is a different relationship in the school, and I think it's important that we recognise that.